go. We have to talk. Oh yeah, we wanted to. We had the discussion, I remember. We had the discussion of, hey, can we use that one teleporting thing to teleport stuff to the moon? And the people are like, no way. We'd rather die collectively than let you use this so that we don't have PTSD anymore. Like, this makes no sense. Since their excellencies are resolved to negotiate with the contingent, I will escort them to Tertium. I'll also instruct Alfino and Alisei to meet us there. Lomedius, Lagneas, by your leave, my comrades and I would speak with the residents of Synodus. Though the Ilsebert contingent holds the Tower of Babel, it is I who wishes for it to be reactivated, and thus I think I meet that I be present for this discussion. Yet my understanding of your people's hardships, of their hopes and desires, of their dreams for the future, is sorely lacking. In my ignorance, I would struggle to contribute. Lest you worry, I will not pledge our case to the community in your absence. I wish only to identify common ground, upon which we might build a relationship that sees us overcome our differences. Hi Arigato, welcome! Very well, but know that the guards will not hesitate to escort you from the premises should they judge your actions to be inappropriate. Just like my reading skills are inappropriate. If it's settled then, you should all head to Synodus. I'll join you there after I see their excellencies safely to Tertium. So we are gonna have a chit chat with the people here, is what I'm getting out of that. Okay. I have to... We're gonna walk there. We are gonna walk there. That is okay. Let's not aggro anyone here. We're just walking. Walking to our little destination. Because nobody wants to fly in this household. It's a conscious decision we made. Not a necessity, it is a decision we made. What the hell is that thing? Oh, it's a robot. It looked so weird for a second. It looked so weird. So, around the corner. Da, 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 da. Metal French was of Sidon. That's pretty cool. What conventions is only like inviting apparently Zelda voice actors? At this point, you had like everyone from that game. At this point, you met everyone from there. The music's gone. Is that supposed to be awkward silence now? I didn't stop the music just decided to like not loop. Oh, there we go. Music decided to come back. Here it is, Synodus, a temporary refugee for political dignitaries, hence the high security. I am given to understand that outsiders are not normally permitted so much as a glimpse inside. We should consider ourselves fortunate to be given this opportunity. I hope it will be worth the trouble. As do I, Zira. As do I. Sure, let's go in. How bad can it be? How bad can it be? This looks exactly the same as the other place where we constantly meet up with Alfino and Alisei. It looks exactly the same. Except that this is like closed here. To begin, I propose we split up and ask the residents for their views on the Ilsebert contingent and the current state of affairs. We would also do well to learn more about this enclave itself. Should you observe anything of note, pray keep it in mind. It is through open hearts and open minds that I believe we may yet convince the leaders to work with us for the greater good. For their fucking survival is what you wanna say. They also live on this planet. They're also supposed to survive on this planet, you know? Hello? Oh. You wanna know what I think? I'm a soldier. I try not to think about politics at all. I'll say this much, our leaders labor to preserve our culture, our way of life, what remains of it at any rate. I trust them to do what's best for the Golemond. Yeah, that's sometimes not the best thing to do. You haven't met the blood of Urbosa yet? Listen, tell your local conventions they should invite them. The stockpile of assorted supplies bears markings indicating they were provided by the Ilsebert contingent. The Enclave is clearly reliant upon the Alliance for aid. What's this? You recognize the large casks as the very same you and your comrades used to transport ceruleum from Lapis Manalis. Why they are in Senatus is unclear. Oh. Interesting. Are you just gonna stare at them, Zero? Hi there. How do I feel about the contingent? Conflicted, to say the least. I've been tasked with the distribution of supplies, and I know as well as many that we couldn't survive without outside aid. But that as it may, even though the Empire has collapsed, we have our pride. People don't want to be beholden to others forever, and there's no denying that it chafes to see our benefactors occupying the Imperial Palace. I mean, do we occupy it? I probably wouldn't say it's occupying. Did you have a good talk? Mine were pretty fruitless. One of the military told us they don't want to use their brain cells. Finished touring the Enclave, have you? What were you able to learn? Much the same as Mina, they accept the contingent's help out of necessity and harbor a measure of resentment. They have only themselves to blame. If they don't like the bargain, they should reject it. How many times must I tell you it's absolutely out of the question? Oh. Oh. What's going on? What's going on? I don't know, I asked the same thing. You were wondering the very same. We came running when we heard shouting. Is that the matter? Oh, no, I was just trying to explain. Mayhap you can clear us up. The contingent has made a reasonable request, but this man insists that it's impossible. It concerns the megatech weapons, which run rampant throughout Regia Urbanissima. Every time we deliver supplies here, we have to dispatch extra men to defend against potential attacks. To address the issue once and for all, we've proposed the elimination of all machina that loiter near the supply route. But you heard him, they refused to even consider it. The magistrates have already spoken on this matter, rampant or no. Those war machines are Gallian assets. Furthermore, who is to say they are as dangerous as your test? Probably the dead people who got attacked by them? Would be my guess, but who am I to suggest that? It has been suggested that this could be a pretense to scavenge megatech material for you. Oh my fucking god. They... Listen. That whole land needs to go to therapy. They have such trust issues. Like, dangerous trust issues at this point. Like, my man, listen. I know not if that is the case, but the fact remains, we cannot allow you to destroy them. For speculation by the magistrates, I presume. Ridiculous, but they have spoken, and unless we want to inflame tensions further, there's nothing we can do. How complicated relations become when not grounded in a clear and equitable arrangement. I mean... An equitable arrangement, of course. Well, do I understand the difficulty of your position? As a soldier, you must do your duty and obey your superiors. I have an idea, but I must first speak with Commander Lucia. May I take charge of this matter? By all means. That guy is just like, I don't know if I want to know where this is going. Let's return to Camp Broken Glass, where we might discuss a solution I believe will satisfy all parties. Will it? I mean, let's see. We have to go back over. Excuse me. Back here, please. Thank you. We'll see ya! I'm back again! Yet again! With another request. This woman must hate me at this point. Every time I go to her, it is some bullshit request I need. Hi Argan! Hello! Welcome back, all of you. I pray there have been positive developments in your efforts to appeal to the Galilean community. Arguable. I have not yet, but there is a method by which I believe all stand to gain. As satrap, I intend to propose a trade agreement between Razahan and the people of Galamond. Why are we so shocked about this? This seems that a logical conclusion. Please continue. The people of this nation have lived through its collapse and more, yet they have chosen to remain, for it's their home. That they have been able to survive this far is thanks to the Ilsebert contingent, or rather, in less flattering terms, they are entirely at your mercy. Despite your noble intentions, this one-sided relationship has fueled feelings of frustration and resentment. It's no surprise then that some Galileans are loath to engage with foreigners, for fear of indebting themselves further, or surrendering more of their already limited autonomy. That is why I wish to present them with an equitable arrangement, one that would restore to them a sense of agency after having been forced to rely upon charity. Easier said than done. What exactly did you have in mind? Long have Golemol and Razahan abided by a treaty of non-interference. Freely have we traded with one another, and I wish but to continue in this tradition. We would provide your people with such supplies as you require, in return for which you would grant us leave to use the Tower of Babel, as well as share your megatech resources and expertise. As you become more reliant upon your technologies, it will of course require more ceruleum to fuel them, which you possess in abundance, and for if you will be duly compensated. Razahan's culture will be enriched by your megatech wonders, and our ever-increasing demand for your wares will see Golemon grow wealthy and prosperous. Only when both sides keep the interests of the other in mind can an equitable relationship be forged. It's a principle I once thought I understood, but have come to appreciate all the more in recent days, thanks to the sage counsel of a friend from beyond the rift. Is she being shocked because he called her a friend? Your Excellency, thank you for your careful consideration of Golemon's future. Though I cannot speak for every Galilean, I myself see no reason to object to your proposal. Indeed, if Razahan were to take the initiative, other nations may follow suit and seek to normalize trade relations with us. If you see the sense in my proposal, then I ask you to join me in the negotiations at Tertium. Listen, it's going to be a long stream. Your support may be instrumental in winning over Lords Gneas and Medius. By all means, go with them. I have matters here well in hand. I have learned all that I may regard to Tara's operations, so I too shall hie me to Tertium.
Oh, when did you appear?
Wait, was he here all the time?
I haven't even noticed the Rianjir there.
I haven't even noticed him! Okay, we have to go all the way over here. Da, 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 da. Hey Argan! Bye Argan!
I don't know what you wanted to execute, there was nothing to execute anyways.
We're back with some ideas! A crowd you may have brought, but numbers will not intimidate us. The Tower of Babel is ours by rights, and nothing you do will convince us otherwise.
He looks so grumpy. Did you see his face?
Rest assured, it is not our intention to infringe upon the rights of the people of Galamon. Let us indeed discuss the future. As a satrap of Razahan, I wish to establish a new trade agreement between our nations.
But he's not even questioning if he really is the satrap of Razahan. Like,
that is not a person anyone ever saw before. The aid we presently receive will not last forever, my lord. Sooner or later we must stand on our own 2 feet. But to do so, we must secure a means to replenish our coffers, and the proposed agreement presents a rare opportunity. It's true, we do not want for Megatech and Ceruleum, and foreign currency will be needed to procure such things as we lack. It would depend on the precise terms, but I can see the merits. What? I can't believe what I'm hearing. You served the Emperor. We're a proud patriot. Yet, now you're interested in selling nations' resources like a common merchant? Like you, I'll weep for what we have lost. But if we are to rebuild Galamon, we must make use of what precious few assets remain to us. Nonsense! Utter nonsense! You're a traitor, Igneos, and there will be a reckoning. Oh yes. When the people of Sonatus learn of this, they will cry out for your blood. What is wrong with this guy? This guy here! What the hell? Lamedius, wait, it isn't safe out there. Oh, listen, someone can snack out of him. Just snack. I probably have to go and save him, and then he's gonna be like thankful or some bullshit, isn't it? Isn't exactly that's what's gonna happen. Well, I'm thrilled Igneos is willing to consider my proposal. I'm worried about Lord Medius.
Oh. I talked to the wrong person, whoopsie dipsies. Upwards.
It's far too dangerous for a civilian to be outside alone. We must go after Lord Medius. Let us leave matters here in Maximus' care while the rest of us join in the search. If Lord Medius is bound for Senatus, we may be able to catch up to him in Regio Urbanissima. I pray he has not yet come to any harm. It's an old man! He left like 10 seconds ago. You probably can just walk after him. Seriously, where do I go? Oh, up there. Okay. Hi, Argan. Hello. Oopsie, wrong button. I gotta go walk my way again, because that's exactly what we want to do. Just walk in this field of snow and icy coldness and death, and appreciate it. The death outside. Just, you know, sometimes you just have to look around and be like, yeah, this is pretty. This is nice. It's exactly what we want to do. I'll tell you, like, what are we betting that I have to save his sorry ass from some monsters? And then he's all going to be like, yeah, I didn't ask you to do this, yada yada yada, you know, like a tsundere. But after that he's going to be like, yeah, but you know, you're kind of right. We have to stand on our own 2 legs. So I am willing to go to do that with Razahan. I'll tell you, that's exactly how this is gonna play out. Or he dies. Or he dies. I don't think that's going to be the case. But it would be way easier. It would be so much easier if he would just die. I by the way don't know where I'm going. I'm going through rubble. Trying, oh god, please, please, please. I'm not here. I am not here. You can't see me. You have 50,000 eyes. Yes, you can't see me. Oh my god. You scared me for a second, Argan. In your PGs. There we go. You see him? You see this? Listen, I could just turn around and be like, you know what? Fuck you. Are you okay, Argent? Hello. Come here. Goodbye. Thank you for your help. The cursor is so funny. What the hell is that cursor doing? That's so hilarious. Okay. Hey, Medias. Nah? Are you thankful for the outsider to help you? I'm alive? Yeah, barely. Listen, that wasn't my decision. The game made me do it. Kai! Hi!
Praise the sisters, you are safe.
Wait, I have to show you what the cat is doing. Wait, you have to wait till the cutscene is over, then I show you something really adorable.
Don't think I'm indebted to you.
Yeah,
I
I
never
know.
asked for your help.
You're going to be at soon first.
You love Garlemald dearly, Lord Metius. That much is plain. But you're not alone in that. We all mourn what has become of our homeland. Bristle at having to rely upon outsiders simply to survive the cold. Even now, I struggle with fear and uncertainty. Day after day, I ask myself, what is right? Where do we go from here? I've yet to find the answers.
Hi, Agat. Hey, I'm so glad Eulos didn't die. But it looked like he died. He's a poor little boy.
But I won't stop looking nonetheless. And I won't avert my gaze from our grim reality.
Look how he's proudly standing his stand. Standing his ground. That's
Is
the
there hope
sentence.
for us?
Why that flashback?
So long as we live. Garlemald lies in ruins, but the bonds between us will never be broken. We are the chain that connects generations past and future. You and I, it's links. Help us, Lord Metius, for all we have been and for what we may yet become. Please.
To be lectured by the younger, it ill becomes a man of my station.
Listen, I should have bet with money for you guys. Because it's exactly what happened.
I will rejoin the talks at Tertium. Might I trouble you to escort me?
He was being it soon and then he was like, yeah, okay, you know what, I'm gonna help you.
Ere we part, I apologize for my discourtesy.
Yeah.
I owe you my life, and I thank you.
Don't worry. That's what heroes do. Kai, are you still
Eunice,
here?
wait. I'd like a word.
Because I have to show you something.
With you as well.
Okay, wait.
I'm to
the
stay
cutscene isn't
close,
over yet.
after
Wait,
all.
wait. I'm sorry. I thought it's over. Wait, another minute.
Worry not, we shall see the magistrate safely back to Tertium.
I mispronounced that word a bunch of times apparently.
What is it?
Come on, Zero.
You bound that man with trust, didn't you? That's why he did not require coercion to return.
I mean, the coercion was I saved him from death. Technically speaking. He's contemplating. You can literally see how her brain is moving.
Shall we walk, perhaps? Chilly, standing around here.
I ship them. I ship these two. Okay, I think... oh. Sorry, Kai. Give me another minute.
So that's how Zero
It's a
came to
long
join you.
cutscene.
Still, I'm not sure I'm qualified to explain something like trust. I wouldn't describe myself as a sociable person. Before all this, any free time I had, I spent looking after my brother and sister. As for the magistrate, I only told him what's been on my mind of late.
They're not always ways. Sometimes, mostly I have to read
I
them.
wouldn't have done so, I
And
think,
it's a whole nother
if it
issue.
weren't for the twins' influence. Trust is infectious, in a manner of speaking. When someone believes in you, it makes you want to believe in them, in others, in yourself. Perhaps it's because the magistrate felt that earnestness that he gave us a chance. As I did, after I was caught trying to steal provisions from the enemy. Trust comes easy in such company.
The enemy.
Little wonder my world is devoid of it. No one trusts in you, and so you trust in no one. And round the wheel turns.
Okay, I think the cutscene's over. Maybe? Never mind.
During the Contra Memoria, we had already
It's
come
going
to
to be
judge
worth
one
it, Kai.
another
I
based on
promise you, it's
strength
going to be worth
and
it.
usefulness. You either used or were used. Those who rejected this rule didn't survive. My mother wanted to save the world, to fulfill the hopes of Memoria's good and true. After she died, I carried on her mission alone.
Alone? Didn't you have anyone to help you?
Was she the only warrior of light?
Almost. 2 men tried just the once. A swordsman and a mage, whom I met when passing through a village. They had saved the people there from corrupted Memoriates. When they learned our enemies were the same, they seemed heartened. They claimed to be soldiers of a kingdom called Baron, and were traveling the realm in search for means to end the Contra Memoria. They invited me to join them. I refused. How could I not, having learned the lessons of my world? Those who would work with others always have their own motives. I would not place myself at their mercy. I would not be forced to submit. I expected some manner of outburst, some show of frustration at having failed to deceive me. But they simply watched me walk away. I didn't know what to make of it then, but now, perhaps they shared a bond of trust. Perhaps they were the last ones left who dared. Perhaps they hoped I was like them too. Perhaps it was just an offer, and nothing more. I continued fighting alone. But ultimately,
No,
I was
understand where
undone,
she's coming from.
overwhelmed by enemies that had banded together.
It's hard to like trust again if like every time you trusted someone is like betrayed you. Especially like if it's like 2 strangers. I completely understand where she's coming from.
I was cold, in pain, wishing desperately that someone would save me. And as I lay there in solitude, I felt it happen. The breaking of our world. Darkness washed over me, and I was swept into the rift. When I finally managed to return, it was to a world forever transformed. My home, now filled with abominations.
Yeah.
I had a chance to learn about trust, and forsook it. I never had the power to save my home single-handed. I should have accepted their invitation.
Listen, I think in the end you become a weird abomination nonetheless. Doesn't matter if it's darkness or if it's light. Like, it's the same thing in the end. You become something that's not you. You don't really have a consciousness about yourself. So, does it matter which one it is? It doesn't seem like one is better than the other.
Had I joined them as I've joined you, I might not have had to face the end of the world alone. But it's all history now. No amount of reflection or regret will change our present reality.
Everything that the light thingy touched was like devoided of anything. You had to banish the light touch place. And I think like you can't compare those two worlds with each other because the light world, I don't know what it was called anymore, I'm sorry. The light world with the crystal tower, it was like stopped. I think like if it would have not been stopped, it would be a completely different thing. Like the darkness wasn't stopped on the 13th. Maybe the 13th, oh the first, yes, thank you, the first, what's it called? Like the 13th, if maybe someone stopped the darkness like they stopped the light back on the first, it probably would play out differently there as well. Because like if the light went through on the first entirely, I don't think there would have been any people left. It would all become like that sin eater thingy stuffy, you know? Hi Alba, no, it's lore, it's 14 lore. Like you can't really compare those two worlds with each other because like they also like went through different things. I mean, I know, that's why I said if someone would have not stopped the lights on the first, it would have ended differently there as well. And like if someone would have stopped the darkness on the 13th, that world probably would look that differently as well. I'm sorry, Kai, I'm sorry. Listen, this is like the 5th expansion or something. There's a lot of lore going on here.
Alive. So long as you're alive, there will always be hope, no matter how bad things get. What you couldn't do yesterday, you might still do today.
Yeah, we gonna save your world.
Think about it. It's plain that you've forged bonds with those around you. If you didn't feel that in some sense, would you have risked your life as you did for a meager ration of boots? I trust you too, for what it's worth.
Oh, what a baby.
Here it is again.
Oh, it's okay. It's hard to form friendships. It's alright. You're gonna get there.
The fire that burned in my breast when you came to my rescue. The urge to weep though there is no sorrow. If this is trust, then what must I do? How do I answer it?
It's alright, sweetheart. With a handshake. Just shake your hand with everyone you trust. No, just whatever feels right for you. Listen, this is Kingdom Hearts all over again. The door to darkness is locked. That's exactly what happened here. It's not the case, but you know. Listen, I have to bring in my Kingdom Hearts quota of the stream, okay? Oh, are they gonna
It's
shake
not
hands?
something you do constantly, mind. A friend is a friend regardless.
A friend. So that's what it means.
Listen,
Someone
we're
you trust.
friends. I'm gonna shake his hand. Aww. I ship it so hard. Look at him. Look, I ship it too in-game. I also ship it in-game. You think it's a 3-hour interaction? Honey. Honey, you're gonna have all day. You need all day for that. Because you will be confused. You will be confused alone from the names I'm gonna give you and who they are, because everyone is Sora, and who isn't Sora is Xemnas, Xehanort, Ansem, whatever you wanna call them. That's the two parties. Listen, and that's gonna confuse you already, without me going further into this. Thank you. I feel at loss as though I found the answer as I saw it, and I owe it all to you and Julius. Right then, I expect the others have already arrived back at Tertium. Should join them. You bring a notepad? Yeah, that's going to be needed. Bring multiple ones. Okay, wait. Let me show you my cat. Let me show you what my cat can do. You were so patient. Let me show you my